Bet you wouldn't know. Unless you were in the know, you know. What's up, everybody? So I'm sitting out here in my garage talking about knowledge. Nah, I'm just playing. About to do the tour of my minivan. Basically, I have this tripod. I've had it for a long time, and I never used it. So I actually now have a good use for it because it's useful to have my hands free. It's kind of awkward because I have all of my neighbors, you know. I don't know, it's kind of just weird recording, but fuck it. I'm gonna just do a walk around. I'll just do it. So one of my neighbors is a fucking asshole, but he's good. Thankfully, he doesn't live next to me. He just thinks he's the sheriff of the street. Yeah, so just a walk around. You can see I have the visors. The rain guards are, to be honest, I don't really use them, but if I ever did want to vent, I could. And then I'm going to show you how it looks when I'm doing Uber and Lyft, and how it would look to a passenger and how the back would look. So this is the cockpit. This is my area. These are the new floor mats that I got. I guess it's Aurea Auto. I don't know. They're perfectly fit for the Dodge Caravan. Got them for 40 bucks yesterday. And then what I do is I put the passenger seat all the way forward so that the passengers have more room. The only thing about the floor mats is it's going to make it harder to set up when it's time to set up for camp. So you'll actually see me doing that because I haven't done that yet. And then I slide these seats all the way back because usually it's like this. But then I could slide them. I usually slide them all the way back like that. You can see the floor mats. I haven't wiped them down since I got them. I just got them yesterday. They still need to flatten out, but they go all the way back. And then I have it on the driver and passenger side. I'm going to show you how underneath the floor mats, how dirty it gets. And it's hard to keep clean. So put the seat forward. See, you can see it looks all crummy and stuff. But this one will be easy to clean because, hold on, let me show. So you can see all the hairs and all that. That's not my stuff. That's all people who come in the car. Their hairs are falling out and stuff. But this is good because I could just spray it and wipe it down and I'm done. I can show you what I was doing was, because I noticed I have this little, what is this, Armor All? Yeah, Armor All vacuum. It's a pretty good vacuum, but once those hairs are in there, you can't get them out. And so I was using this drill bit with this little brush, and it's pretty good at taking out all the hairs, but I'm not even gonna worry about that because it takes too much time. So yeah, just showing you how it looks to the passengers, and that's usually just how it looks. Pretty simple. It looks like a minivan. And this is the back. So this is the cot. I have the cot here. I put the blanket over it so that no one, like, you know, then there's no question about like, oh, like the conversation doesn't come up like, oh, you're sleeping in your minivan, you know. And then I have my backpack for work. And then this is my portable power bank. And these are all the window blinds that I made, which has the same fleece blanket. These were like $4 at Walmart. And as I said before, what I did was I used Reflectix, sprayed adhesive glue, and then attached the fleece blanket on this side. Then I had these $4 fleece blankets same, just a different color. You'll see these go on sale at Walmart all the time for like $4. And then as you can see, I stitched each one of these, and I put, let's see, for example, you see this little ridge. Well, this is actually like an old gift card. I glued it on there and then actually sewed into it. You need a pretty big needle to do that. But basically, when I put in, so I always put these here because it's up against the back of the chair, and then I put the cot up like that. And then when I have my big duffel bag with my week's worth of clothes, I put it right here. And then I put my battery bank on this side, along with I'll tuck in the sleeping bag over here. So that's kind of how it's set up. And this blanket will cover everything, so there's not a lot of questions about like, space and things like that. And if a customer ever has a lot of luggage, I could just fold down the seat like that. Because I actually had a customer who was concerned because they ordered an Uber XXL, and he was all freaking out. But I just folded him down and put there was like 6 suitcases total. My daughter, she left her phone back here. So as a passenger, you can see how much room I have. And then I'm gonna stop recording because my dog's barking. He hears me. But yeah, you could be right here playing Nintendo. Let me close the door. And if you can see these right here, these are little magnets that I got from Amazon, and I just screwed them into the side. The reason why I did that is so that, because through the side gap, this is actually where a security guard, not at work, but I was stealth camping somewhere else, and it was on a private property, and the security guard had come, and he woke me up, and I was kind of already up, but he suspected I think someone had seen me get out the day before, and I was taking a piss right where I was at, and they're probably like, oh shit, someone was in the van the whole time. But you see that? It just clips all the way down, and it blocks out the light, and it goes all the way down here. So you can see this, there's also a magnet here. See? So it blocks out all the light, and it goes up like this. So I actually got this is like a 64-inch. It's a long curtain, but I cut it in half. So you have to know how to sew and be kind of resourceful. I cut it in half. This is actually a nice curtain. When people see this, they're like, oh, what? Are we in a limo? And then I cut it and then sewed it to make it long like this. And then I could bring the other side over here. And that's how, you can see up here, I got a whole gap. And I use this paper clip to block out the light. I'll show you that in a minute, but my kids are coming up right now, and I don't want them asking questions about my YouTube channel. Yeah, so basically I have the word fillers that I tend to use are and so basically, and so basically. So I gotta stop doing that. That's also for when I present stuff, I tend to do stuff like that. But whatever, I'll get better. See, that's useful to be able to have my hands free. Like I said, so I don't know if you can see this, but this is where I sewed together these two. Remember, I cut the long curtain in half, and then so I cut the long curtain in half and then made it wider for both of them. So it came with 2 panels, 2 long panels, cut both of those long panels in half, and then sewed them so they're wider versus longer. but you can't even tell. I can show you the stitch that I did right here. Just a simple, I don't know what you kind of call that stitch. Anyways, and then what I do is I just go like this at night. I go like that. I clip it with a paper clip, and that's pretty much how I do it. Yeah, that's how I get privacy in the front. And since I already pretty much showed you how the setup is as an Uber driver, I'm gonna show you the process of putting everything away and how it is set up as a stealth camping van, and the amount of privacy and stuff. Unclip this, and when I'm driving, I don't have this. When I'm driving, when I'm in driving mode, I'll tuck in the curtain back here. I'll tuck it in right here, and then have it here so that I don't block my blind spot. Oh, I forgot to also mention my curtain rod is this small metal rod. I don't know what you call these, but I just tuck it in above the seatbelt right here, and I go up and over here all the way to the other side. And it actually works out perfect because this round bit is good for when the seats are back, the curtain doesn't hit your head. Yeah, so like I said, the curtains are going around and they angle back, so technically I can have these seats all the way back, and it won't be impacted by the curtains. And then let me set you up on the dashboard. Hopefully you could be able to see what I'm doing while I pack everything up. I've never set this up with this whatchamacallit, the floor mat. It's a little bit more time consuming, but I expect as I get better at doing this, I'll be faster. That's how I plan to do it, is fold half, lift up the floorboard, because these lift up, and then into the floor like that, then fold it back down like that. Just do the same thing on the other side. It's fit a little too good. Can't see the floor right now, and I don't feel like setting up the camera again, but this floorboard is pretty dirty. What I typically do when I'm setting up on the side of the road is I'll put in my blinds near the mall. Oh, also I forgot to mention that I went through the trouble of putting the fleece on these because I found that it's kind of depressing having just the silver reflectics. It's like, then you really feel like, how did my life decisions lead to this? So that's how quick that goes up. As I stated in a previous video, I need to make 2 more of these for the driver and passenger front windows. So I'll record that. So I'm gonna show you the 3 different modes. I'm gonna call this one living room mode, where I still have the seat set up. This one will fold down into the floor. usually I do this inside the vehicle. As you can see, super bad incline. that's the incline, and this is where my head will be at. So imagine that, freaking pass out with all the blood rushing to your head. Let me extend these all the way. Let me show you how level it is now. That's good. That's perfect. That's how I slept last time. And I call this lounge mode. I don't know if I'll call it lounge mode. Maybe living room mode. Because I could literally just kick back like this is my living room. And that's good because I could tuck things under. I'm actually going to move this back so that you can see the TV. I'll put Nintendo on. I think that's good. So this goes the curtains and the magnets like that. It's all blocked up over there. Let me show you. I know I just showed this, but I should show it again. And I sewed these magnets in. This is a simple stitch. Yeah, they're already attached down here like that. Yeah, so this is... now that I think about it, I don't even need to turn the van on because I have my power bank, but it's alright. I'll just leave it on for now. So I'm going to clip it first at the top. I was going to put magnets in these, but the clip works fine. And I always use the clip. Because one time in the morning, I woke up and some of my blinds had fallen or something. And I was like, oh man. Because you're asleep, you don't know. You're vulnerable. Or someone could be like, what the fuck? Someone's sleeping in their van? So look, this is how much room I got. I'll call this flashback mode. And so this is not the exact setup, but like I showed you in the beginning where the TV's at. This is where the passengers could play Mario Kart and other games like Street Fighter. Toad is my favorite. Yeah, you can see this. I'll go to the mushroom cup. Look, I can have like my foot over here. This is chilling. I'm just chilling. You can see, hold on. Let me put start. You can see this seat also reclines. This is the minivan. That's why I got this specific minivan, because look, I'm fucking chilling with, I don't know, like they always talk about German engineering and things, but whoever did the engineering on these seats, it was a great engineer. There's also something called stadium seats in the back where I could show you in a minute how that's set up, but So you get the point. And then I can also block all the light right here as well. But just turn off the TV. See, you can see, there it goes. Really thought all of this through because you just see as you gain experience. And I don't really see a point for my own purposes of having a built-in, because it takes away the functionality of the minivan, which to have multiple functions. Yeah, so all those gaps where you see light, if I wanted to take the time, I could do it, to take the time to like block all the light. Like this one I probably would on a regular night. And you can see here the ridge where I have it tucked in with the credit card. See, and I could tuck it in over here. I'll show you how it looks from the outside when it's all like set up like this. I have all the lights on in here, and the TV, I'll keep it on, but you wouldn't know unless you were in the know, you know. See, of course the car would be off, but you can't see anything, and it just looks like tinted windows. You can't see anything. Even from here, you might see the curtains, but typically it just looks like black, like dark. Like at night, you would just think it was dark. Let me show you the stadium seats before I show you the third mode. So, oh no, I keep this. Yeah, fold this down. And in my other video, you could see me counting because these are all numbered. So you pull 3 and then it'll lean back like that. And you could tailgate like this. So you can see tailgating like that. And it does the same for the other seat. So yeah, so right now I'm gonna do, fold this up, fold it down, 2, fold, hold on, and then 3, put this up here, and then fold this into the seat like that. This had come out the other day, just clip it in. I'm not really worried, you don't see this. So that lounge mode is really not, I don't typically do the lounge mode. I typically do the stealth camping quick setup mode. And I had mentioned this in another video, but the reason why I have to put the head that way when I have this seat up is because the Kingdom cot is too wide and it'll go into the gap when the seat is up. So that's why you have to have all the seats down in this mode. I usually do all of this inside the van. This is the method that I prefer because it's easier to set up when it wasn't already set up in lounge mode, or retro mode. But as you can see, I can sit up like this. I'm just chilling. As you can see, I'm sitting up right now. Got my arm here. I could have a drink, my phone. Perfect spot for the, let me show you the perfect spot for the Roku remote. My phones, my headlamp. This is like I said, this is the sleeping mode that I prefer just because it's easier to set up. The other one's more comfortable, but this is like faster to set up, especially when you're out on the road. And I'll just put all my big, like my backpack and my battery bank and my big piece of luggage. And then if I ever just did want to just sit regularly, what I do is, I'll show you, is this one. This back thing just flips up. So now it's like I got a chair. Because then I could just, as I showed you in my other video, just sit like this. This is good for in the morning when you're getting ready. So, have all this space. This is I think the Dodge Grand Caravan. It might not be the most reliable van. I've had it. There's another story with this van and how it was when I got it, but I haven't had any major issues with this van. And like I said, the freaking engineering on these two middle row seats is crazy. Like, man, it's just incredible how they fold down like that, and they still are able to slide backwards and recline, which is great. And then pretty much that's it. That's the setup. I have 3 different modes. This is not a permanent setup. It would take away the functionality for me if it was a permanent setup. Although I feel like I could build a really nice one, but it's not what I'm interested in doing. Anyways, before I close out this video, I'm just gonna show you the front seats because right now they're put all the way back. And I'm gonna show you how the curtains don't interfere with the seats. So technically I could drive this. I think I'm actually gonna drive it like this tonight because I'm gonna stealth camp. It's Sunday, so I'm gonna just stay out there Sunday night. I'll go later around maybe like 11, get there at 12, and then stealth camp overnight, wake up on Monday. Just so, because in the morning if I leave, the traffic's gonna be like 2.5 hours, which is like, I don't wanna do all that. So yeah, I'll probably drive it like this, because if you think about it, there's many cargo vans that don't have any windows, so you could just drive it like this fine. All right, let me just take you to the front. So you can see the seats are back, and look, because of the angle. Oh man, I just had a scare. I just did a 30-minute video straight without any cuts in the video, and then I forgot my phone was on low battery and my phone died, and I was like, I gotta re-record that whole section. But thankfully, I guess, just FYI, if your iPhone dies while you're recording, it'll still save that last video, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, you've seen the setup. I said I had 3 modes. One is Uber/driving mode. The second mode is retro throwback living room mode. And then the third is stealth camping quick setup mode. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that video. Stay tuned for the next episode of Wheel Talk.